Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best budget cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 18,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate y'all if y'all do subscribe. Trying to hit 18K by the end of January. It's going to be a grind. We need about 50 subscribers a day on average to hit that mark by the end of January. So I'd really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with the number 10 spot among the best budget cards in the game, and I'm going to give it to I think Mitchell Robinson is going to get that number 10 spot. I like this Mitchell Robinson card. I mean, he's good. I wish he was a little faster. That is his biggest flaw to me by far, because I really like his release and I like his defense and I like his size. His player build's really good. Really, his only flaw is the fact that he's 73 speed, because that's pretty low. 81 three ball with solid enough shooting badges is more than good enough for me. He's a very, very good interior defender. He rebounds the ball quite well. Massive player build, dunks the ball very solidly. It's just the 73 speed is really the only thing that I noticed that honestly I complain about with this card, because everything else about him is very, very good. That is his one main flaw in this game right now, is going to be that just the fact that he's just a little bit slow. Franz Wagner is who I have at number 9. Franz obviously is better when he has his dynamic duo with Jalen Suggs activated, but he's a 6'10" shooting guard. There's value in that type of size for sure. Can dunk the ball. Okay, not amazing, not the best playmaking badges or finishing badges really, but he's got an 85 driving dunk. He's 6'10". He's got D-book dribble style, so that improves the ability to finish and play make better than you would expect. And then shooting badges are pretty solid. Defensive badges are meh, but he is 6'10" again, so there's a lot of value again in that 6'10" size, as well as having a really good release and D-book dribble style. Overall, there is still a lot to like about Franz Wagner. I think he's a really, really solid card. Now, step up here, number 8 is going to be Nick Young. All offense for Nick Young, one of the best offensive cards in my team right now. Defensively, he's not exceptional, but on the offensive end, he's got Hoff Agent 3, Hoff Limitless Range, really good all-around shooting badges, a 95 driving dunk as well. And he's a very capable playmaker with Jamal Murray behind the back, and just overall a lot of shot creation ability, an amazing release with this Ben Shepherd Carmelo jumper, and interior dribble style. There's a lot to like offensively. Like I said, defensively, not a ton to like. I mean, the defensive badges are okay. The size is meh. The defensive stats are meh. At the position like shooting guard though, where defense is so, I mean, there are so many good elite defenders. Nick Young is lacking that. That does hurt him a bit. But I do like the card still a lot. And I will say his half-court zigs aren't that amazing, but as a whole, I do really, really like the card. So Nick Young does deserve a spot decently high on this list. Kenyon Martin is who I have at number 7. I've talked about this card a bunch over the past few days because his ability to do everything at power forward position at a very solid level is really valuable, because, I mean, he's 85 speed, 86 three ball, dunks the ball well, defends well, rebounds well, the Hoff rebound chaser, Hoff corner specialist, Hoff posterizer. Honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm realizing that I put him one spot too low. So I'm actually going to move him up, and we'll fix that in a second. But he's got anchor. He can defend on the interior. He can shoot the 3. He dunks the ball very well, and he can even put the ball on the floor with an 86 ball handle and decent sigs. Trey escape is it's awesome. So that's really nice to have. Like, Kenyon Martin is really, really good at the power forward position. Very slept on card. Another card, not so slept on, but definitely very good, is Herb Jones. Seeing multiple Evo cards out here already, unsurprisingly. Herb Jones is just pure 3-and-D at the shooting guard or small forward position. Can play both positions well when he's Evo'd. He is exclusively a 3-and-D, though. I mean, his release is good, and he's got great shooting badges, and then he's a very, very good defender, of course. 90 plus on pretty much every single defensive attribute. That is what the card is going to give you, is defense and shooting. He's not going to give you anything else. If you expect anything else, you're probably going to be disappointed, but he does those two things very, very well, and that gives him a lot of value on the court, at least to me. Number 5, Cade Cunningham gives you the offensive point guard ability, the ability to put the ball on the floor and shot create a little bit as well, but he is missing some defensive badges, and he's got no speed booster, so that does hurt Cade a lot. With that being said, he's got the shooting badges, he's got, besides speed booster, the playmaking badges. Defensively, he's fine, not great, not awful. And then finishing badge-wise, pretty solid. He's not as complete stat and badge-wise as a guy like Nick Young is, but I will say at point guard, I just like him better. Cade release is good. I would say Trey escape is just so valuable to have in terms of shot creation for the point guard position that even without, honestly, even without speed booster, he's one of the best moving guards in the game. I really do like Cade a lot still. I think he's very, very good, and I definitely put him in the top 5. Number 4 would have to be OG Anunoby. OG is kind of like Cade and Nick Young, a little expensive. These guys will be a little bit more in the quote-unquote budget price range pretty soon, but I want to include them on here anyway because I think for their values, they definitely fit. 6'7", 7'2" wingspan, hot sauce in 3 out of 5 spots outside the three-point line, 88 speed, 84 excel, 86 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 85 interior, 93 perimeter and lateral, 84 steal, 87 block, Hoff challenger, clamps, corner specialist. Solid finishing badges, solid shooting badges, playmaking badges. There isn't a ton, but at least he's a decent dunker, and he can put the ball on the floor a little bit with a high enough ball handle to burst. And then defensively, he's also super solid despite not having anchor, brick wall, or a movable enforcer. But I am a big fan of OG Anunoby. I think he's a really good card. Now, y'all will notice none of the New Year's resolution diamonds are on here. That's for good reason, because they're about to be. Jordan Poole at number 3. Just versatility at the point guard position, honestly. He's the budget D'Angelo Russell. He's a defensive point guard who's a little undersized, but can guard and can shoot and can play make. Like, he does everything on the court pretty high level. Probably the weakest thing he is as a slasher, but he's an okay-ish slasher as well. I think he's really good. He's pretty darn close to guys like D'Angelo Russell and Drew Holiday at the point guard position, which means he's a borderline point guard, top 5 point guard in my team, and that's a really good card. Dikembe Mutombo is in that same boat as a borderline top 5 center in my team, and he is also really, really good. Great dunker, and then obviously an incredible defender, one of the very best interior defenders in the entire game, maybe arguably even the best. The one thing he can't do is play make, and shooting-wise, his release isn't amazing, but obviously the shooting stats and badges are very good, so those will 100% get the job done. And then we got Rodman, who really takes number one because I think he's a little better in his position than Mutombo is at center. I like his release a little better than Mutombo's as well, and I just overall think he's a slightly better card. Rodman is our number 1 option on this list. Bunch of extra Hall of Fame badges, Gold Agent 3, Deadeye guard up, limitless range, or speed booster, limitless range, no speed booster, but Green Machine guard up, limitless range, blow by, defensive badges are awesome. Even without speed booster, even without amazing playmaking ability, his 95 standing dunk, he put drop stepper on him, all that type of stuff. There's so much ability with this Dennis Rodman card. He is such a good option at the small forward position on the defensive end of the court. And then offensively, he is certainly going to hold his own, especially with all those glitch shooting badges. As a whole, really turns Dennis Rodman into a great card. And in my opinion, I do believe he is currently the best budget card in NBA 2K24 My Team. So with that being said, a lot of the guys toward the top of this list are those Evo players. So I would like to see hopefully more good budget cards coming over the next few weeks, as well as prices drop on the few guys on this list that are kind of expensive, which are mainly OG, Cade, and and Nick Young, because they're still over that 50K threshold, but I think they're good enough where they deserve a spot on the list. But I will hope that we continue to get some good budget cards, because I'm a little worried if diamond prices are going to be this high. The only way we're going to get good like diamond budget cards is obviously, I guess, the free cards or the likelihood of a potential other Evo set, which I'm not sure if that's happening. But with that being said, I still think it's a very solid video, so I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.